Hello everyone, it's me, Borderline Otaku, here with our second day of Japanese horror films, and today we're talking about Dark Water. Dark Water, I have a lot of things to say about Dark Water. So, it was remade into an American movie. I haven't seen that one, so I can't compare, much like Ringu. And so, it's the same director who did Ringu, and it's the same novelist who did Ringu as well. But if I had to compare this movie to anything, it would be Babadook. If you've ever seen Babadook, it's this Australian, if I remember correctly, a horror film about an older woman and her son living alone, and then there's this thing that shows up, this book, and stuff gets creepy. It's been forever since I've seen Babadook, so I don't remember it, but the husband died and stuff like that. Well, in this one, it's about a mother and her daughter, and then they're going through a divorce. The husband and the wife are going through a divorce, and they're kind of fighting over custody over this daughter, and the daughter is staying with the mom. And a bunch of ghost stuff kind of happens after they move into this like shoddy kind of apartment place. This movie was okay. It had a lot of potential. Just the ghost part to me wasn't necessarily fleshed out as much as I like to be, because I feel like they really tried to juggle the whole parents being divorced thing and then the ghost thing and what you're trying to figure out about the ghost, and it's just kind of a mess to me. And plus the last 15 minutes of the movie, I feel if it wasn't there, it would have done this movie a lot better. I felt like the last 15 minutes of this movie, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, hopefully, didn't need to be there. It's like the 10 years later bit. And I thought the ending before the 10-year later thing, if they left it at that, it'd been really cool, left it open, and left it really ominous, and things like that. But I didn't like the payoff of this movie. I felt it had so much potential, and just leading up to the ending, it didn't really meet that potential for me. I really kind of went into this movie, reading the description and everything, I was like, oh, maybe they'll do this better than the Babadook. Maybe it'll have a better ending than the Babadook. Because to me, the Babadook was kind of ruined by actually showing the monster, and like just towards the very end there. And it showed the ghost throughout the entire thing, and the little girl ghost, and it showed it throughout the entire thing. So it introduced that from the very beginning, but it hit the exact same thing that Babadook did to me, is that the ending, it killed all that potential and things like that. And I like the relationship. I know I'm sitting here kind of comparing it to the Babadook, and I don't like that all that much. But okay, I'll say this: I really like the relationship in the movie between the mom and the daughter in this. I think the daughter's really cute. She's just like a kindergarten schoolgirl, and the mom really wants to protect her, but she's also like, she has to look for a job, so she's late picking up her daughter sometimes, and that like makes some conflict as well between the wife and the husband. And I think all that stuff was really cool. Because myself, I'm a child of divorce, but I was young enough to not remember how it all went down, but it was really cool kind of seeing that and how that was a conflict in the story. But I feel that mixed up with the ghost stuff that they put in this, that was in the movie, I felt it just wasn't, it was just too messy for me. And I really wanted to like this. I thought the like apartment was cool. That there's this scene there's this thing in the movie when they moved into their new apartment. There's this like water spot on the oh, my computer just turned off. There's a water spot on the roof that gets bigger and bigger throughout the movie, and I thought that was really cool, and I thought that would kind of more symbolize something. But that kind of just, it kind of led to a thing, and then it just kind of died off. And I like the water imagery that they use in this movie, and I think water is like a really cool thing that had a lot of potential in this movie, and like all the stuff they do with water, and like all the rain and things like that, and like how there's like almost water everywhere in this shoddy ran down apartment complex, and it's implied where the ghost comes from, but at the same time it's very foreseeable. When they start hinting at it, it's very predictable. I would like to read the book of this. I think this is a book. This might not be a book, but the dude from Ring worked with this person who wrote The book The Ring. I'm not sure if this is a book. I didn't do more research on that, but yeah, I just this movie is okay. Like, I would, if you like saw it for free somewhere, I would recommend the watch. But I mean, I found this pretty cheaply as well, and there's also a Blu-ray of it, which is actually kind of cool because when I watched this, I have like an HD TV, and when this was made, it was like all 480 and things like that. And so it's like this. It's like my TV's this big, but it's in a box like this big. I hopefully you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's just I would say it's worth the watch if you can find it for free somewhere. But if you can't, I wouldn't. This movie's okay. I felt it just had so much potential, and I do like things in this movie. As I said, I really like the daughter mom relationship. I like the whole like divorce thing, how that's some of the conflict in this movie and things like that. But here, I'm gonna put the case down. I don't know if I need to hold it up the entire time. And I thought it was really cool, but just as I said with the ghost stuff, it kind of messes everything up. But yeah, I would recommend it if you found it for free somewhere, or if you could find it for cheap. I think I found this for maybe $5. That sounds about right. I don't regret picking this up because I said I want to collect Japanese horror films, but at the same time, it was okay. I wouldn't like Ringu was better. It's the same director, so I could say that Ringu was better than Dark Water. But yeah, no, if you can find it for cheap or free somewhere, I recommend the watch, but I wouldn't necessarily go out of your way to watch this movie. It's okay. And so yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here. As you can see, I'm in a little bit of a different environment, and so I gotta film this quickly. I gotta edit this quickly and things like that. I'm in a whole different environment, and I don't have a lot of time to film here as much as I thought I would, unfortunately. But that's okay. You'll still get your reviews, and I'll make sure it happens. Everything. So yeah, this has been yours truly, Borderline Otaku. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at BorderlineAnime, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next review. Bye bye.